Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Face release day. I hope you've all brought your happy faces. I know I did. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you all so much for joining me for this auspicious occasion. It is the now 6th single in the 12 songs in 12 months project, which is just like, it's incredible because time is flying by. It feels like it was just, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that we debuted SEX, and now here we are. And we're halfway through the year. I have no idea how that friggin' happened, but it did. So next thing you know, it's gonna be November. We're gonna be celebrating the end of this thing. But yes, hello everyone. Hope you're all having a lovely Friday evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hell, it could be Saturday if you're in Australia or New Zealand or whatever. So happy face day. I guess before we start listening to the song, we should give the stragglers a few minutes to come in. I see that we've already got 80 viewers. That's pretty crazy. But wow, these things keep growing. But that's great. That's great. It means this was a good idea after all. I wasn't entirely sure. I thought maybe people wouldn't want to come to online release parties. What do I know? All right. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Aha, today is the dress up day. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really sure what to wear in terms of album artwork. Obviously I got the mouth with me, but I don't know how cool or interesting this is. Probably just looks a little weird. So I just put on the Ebb and Flow shirt and a blazer because I thought it looked fancy. So I hope you are all in your Friday finest. It's not like I can tell, but if you lie to me, I think I'll sense it through the chat. What is the record for the most viewers so far? I think you're talking about during the listening parties or the release parties. Last month for... What was it last month? Gravity. Last month for Gravity, we had 200. It was what was it, chat? 200 people, right? And when we first started doing these, there were 40, 50, something like that. So I think it's really cool that these events are growing and people are enjoying them. So like I said, it feels like y'all enjoy it. So I'm glad. But there's always stragglers. So give everybody a few minutes to pop in here before we start listening to the song. I mean, I'm sure you guys have already heard it anyways. If you haven't, then just wait a few minutes, I guess. Good choice with the clothes. Thank you very much. I like this shirt. A lot. I feel like I've worn it a lot. I feel like, it was an Ebb and Flow shirt. It was a U.S. Tour 2019 shirt. It's just a good shirt. And, given how much abuse it's suffered, I'm surprised, it still looks pretty all right. A shirt that survives 40 or 50 shows or something like that. I mean, that's a robust article of clothing. So I would feel bad. Not using it, just leaving it in my closet. I'm wearing a Potter Guy shirt. Does that count as dressed up? Yes, it absolutely does. Of course it does. Anything close to human clothing related is incredibly luxurious, super fancy, and you should probably even consider wearing it, at weddings and bar mitzvahs and any other sort of like important life event. That's my recommendation. I've always missed the release party, so I'm glad to catch one. So happy to have you here. Don't worry. We've got six more after this. So, man, wouldn't it be cool if we had like 1,000 people for the November party? That's a goal. That's a good goal. Let's see if we can get 1,000 people to join us for the November party. I like this. This is a good idea. It's a good plan. Whoa, where's the Slivovitz? A little bit early for Slivo, don't you think? I've got myself a nice Gusser, which you all know that I drink often because it's here. It's here. It's what's around. But look, as everybody knows, I have promised to shave off my eyebrows if Happy Face makes it to number 1 on the iTunes charts in the United States. I will. So we have until Sunday at midnight local time, and if we do it, I will shave my eyebrows live right here on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, be sure to go grab. Here, I'll drop the link in the chat. What was I thinking? Not having the link in the chat ready to go. Come on. It's probably because I'm trying to get ready for my trip to LA. So many things to do before I go. Boom, right there. That is it's basically like a multi-link, and it will take you to iTunes. It'll take you to Spotify. It'll take you to wherever it is you want to go, wherever it is you listen to music. It's right there in the chat. But if you want to really, really, really help out Aesthetic Perfection and help us get to number 1 in the charts and see these bad boys go, grab it on iTunes, help us get to number 1 in the United States. But I mean, last I checked, it was charting really well. We were at number 72 in the metal charts in the US, number 5 in the metal charts in Germany, 31 the rock charts in Germany, and number 22 in the metal charts in the UK. So it would be awesome if we could get those a little bit higher, maybe in some other places. What do you guys think? What do you think? I think it'd be great. All right. Oh, wow. Wow. We've been blessed with the presence of Mara less than 10 minutes into the live stream. I mean, this is a very good sign. We know that every time Mara shows up, the songs do really, really well. She is a great omen. I'm super glad that she is joining us for this party. And, everybody likes cats. Mara, why don't you settle down? All right. Do you go to LA tomorrow? No, I go to LA in a couple of days. Oh, Jesus, cat. Oh my God. She fell off the she fell off the desk. Oh. She fell backwards off the desk and she's all right. She just startled herself. Oh my Lord. Oh, look, I can watch this. I just got to, because there's like the time delay, so I got to watch it in the live feed, and oh boy, that was too cute. All right, don't worry, she's all right. All right. I don't know what kind of omen that is. Congratulations on another awesome song. Thank you so much, Hubert. I've had the song on repeat since I heard it this morning. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Yes, the queen is here. The queen has come and gone. Wow, look at that. 27 on the U.S. metal charts. It was 20 earlier. See, we're slipping. Come on, guys. Let's get it to number 1. Let's get rid of these eyebrows. They're chafing my forehead. All right. Look at that. 112 guests. That is awesome. I think that is that's a good enough reason to get the party started. Let's listen to some music. All right, guys. If you have not heard it yet, you're going to hear it now. I should put on my headphones so that I can hear it too. All right, here we go, everybody. The summer hit of the season. The summer hit about depression. Here is Happy Face.
Guess what? I'm fucked, living my life like I know what's up. It's straight up, made up, facade is about to fall. Serotonin, hit me out cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop, I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery.
And so it goes. A happier time all around.
Gone on too long, figure my way till I hit the top. Oh, it's gone all wrong, why don't I stop the fall? Serotonin, hit me out cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop, I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery. So I put on a happy face, tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery. So put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery.
All right. That's it. That is the uplifting pop song with the darkest lyrics that I could possibly come up with. That's funny. Some of the criticism, that the song got, like, it sounds like every other pop song. It's just sort of like based around the same 4 chords that pop music is based out of. And it's like, yeah, that was the point. It's like, it wasn't supposed to be a musical number that was pushing a ton of boundaries. Although I wrote it to be electronic. The original version of Happy Face does not have any guitars on it. But just as I was finishing it, I was thinking, what could give it that sort of, that aesthetic perfection character, and I thought maybe djenty guitars, because, for as quote unquote predictable as the song is in terms of its song structure and, chord progression, all that kind of stuff. There are not a lot of pop songs in the world with djent guitars. So I sent it to Sebastian. I was like, yo, dude, check this out. Am I crazy? Do you think that guitars would work in this? And he was like, I can't do a Swedish accent, but it was just basically like, dude, I'm not even going to try. It was like, he just basically said he said it's super boring. It needs guitars in the chorus. And I'm gonna give it the energy that it needs. I'm gonna give it that lift that it needs in the chorus. So don't fall again. You can join us, but don't fall again, please. Just settle, huh? And don't show your butt. We don't want to get demonetized here. There we go. He's a good girl. Okay. All right. So Sebastian, sort of like at the 11th hour, came in with these guitars that just really brought the energy up, brought the intensity up, added some aesthetic perfection character to a song that I don't want to say it didn't have it, but he really took it and made it like aesthetic perfection. So I'm super grateful to him for that. He did an incredible job as always. So yeah. Oh, Hannes dropping 10 euros. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I know that I say this every single time. I opened the super chat because, a lot of you guys asked for it, and I was always very hesitant to do so. Because I've got a Patreon, and I feel like if you guys want to throw money at me, great. I'm not going to say no, but I think that if you want to throw money at me and then get something in return, it's a lot more fair and a lot more balanced. You could join our Patreon. For example, if you sign up for 20 bucks, 20 euros, you get the whole year, and then you're part of our amazing community, and you get all the awesome Patreon perks. And then it's like feels more balanced that way. So just saying, think about it, consider it. But thank you. I appreciate it. Look, the fact that anybody wants to support me in any way is incredibly humbling and inspiring, and I'm super grateful. So look, however you want to do it, however you can do it, I appreciate it. Oh, look at that. Here comes the Patreon speech. I can recite it like the American Airlines pre-flight safety spiel. I don't know the American Airlines pre-flight safety spiel. I do know the Lufthansa music very well, though. Oh, Elodia. Dropping the rubles. Y'all are crazy. Thank you. I'm a patron. You can't stop me. That's true. It's true. When patrons drop money in the chat, there's like really nothing else I can do. I can't give you the lecture, but know that it's appreciated. And if you guys really do want to support me, Patreon is definitely a great way to do it. It's a great community, and I wouldn't be here without it. Otherwise, I would not be able to finance this insane project that I'm doing. So thank you to all the patrons who are here. Elodia, Aaron, Roz, Nicole. Who am I missing? If you're a patron, drop me a little wave. Give you a little shout out. Oh God, Lufthansa's music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's also the hold music when you call them. Just drink with me. All right, yes, that's right. It is your 2-year Aesthetic Perfection anniversary. So that's right. I did promise that we would raise a glass to Elodia. It is, I think, just a couple of days past her Aesthetic Perfection 2-year anniversary. So cheers to you. Here's to many, many more years. All right. Yes, Scar, True Blue, Kittu, Schwanburg, Shelby, Mortis, Katie, Robbie. Oh, yeah. Look at all you guys. See, you guys always have different names on the different platforms, so it's hard to recognize you, especially when the chat's like blowing by super quick. Mike, Bellman, Lori M., Jenica Fudge, Veltenkinder, Frederick Ed, Hex Bios. I'm a new patron. Welcome. Black Rose, CW Train, Der Carl, Catherine. All right. I feel like the vibes, the energy's rising. So let's just kill the vibe. No, I'm just kidding. But let's take it down a notch and have a listen to the. I don't even want to say it's a remix because it's not a remix, right? Like the Sad Face version is really just a complete reinterpretation of the song. I thought that since the original is so upbeat and sort of like clubby as it is, it would probably make sense to make a ballad version of it so that perhaps people who don't take the time to listen to the lyrics in the original have an opportunity to connect with the lyrics in another version. So I re-recorded the vocals myself at a slower tempo, and I just sort of like, just played the chords. Right. Oh, yeah. I forgot them because I was playing other chords today, but it's close enough. And then I sent them to Jeremy Dawson from Shiny Toy Guns, MXMS, and I was just like, hey, man, can you, play my chords but give it a little bit more flair? And he was like, got you, dude. Do you mind if I, add a couple of synths to it? And I was like, yeah, of course, totally. And that is what he sent me. This just completely epic reimagining of the song from the ground up. He just took it to a place that I couldn't have hoped for, not even in my wildest dreams, and I'm super grateful to him. So, round of applause to Jeremy. He just totally knocked it out of the park. He's an incredible musician. Even though he hates soft synths, I still love him. Let's check out the Sad Face remix.
Guess what? I'm fucked. Living my life like I know what's up. It's straight up, made up. Facade is about to fall. Sun on, too long. Figure my way till I hit the top. Oh, it's gone all wrong. Why don't I stop the fall? Serotonin, hit me hard 'cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop. I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face. I tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face. This sugar is saccharine. I put on a happy face. I'm smiling right through my teeth. I put on a happy face, 'cause no one likes misery. Gone on too long, figure stop till I drop. I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face. I tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face. This sugar is saccharine. I put on a happy face. I smile and laugh through my tape. I put on a happy face, 'cause no one likes misery. Happy face, I'm okay. Happy face is saccharine. Happy face through my tape. Happy face signs misery. I'm smiling, I'm smiling, I'm smiling, I'm lying, I'm happy face, I'm okay. Happy face is saccharine. Happy face through my tape. Happy face signs misery.
And there we go. Yeah, so let's party. Yeah, like I said, Jeremy just absolutely hit it out of the park with that. So, like I said, I'm incredibly grateful to him for that. He went above and beyond. He didn't need to do it. I literally hired him just to add some piano chords, and that's what he did. So, everybody go listen to MXMS, his new band. Obviously, Shiny Toy Guns. Most of you know they're incredible. But yeah, MXMS, their song Gravedigger is a banger. Highly recommend it. Okay, I'm going to have to translate this into English because it's pretty good. Ich hoffe ja nicht, dass ein Club auf die blöde Idee kommt, diesen Song nur in dieser Version als Rauschmeißer zu spielen. I'm hoping that a club doesn't get the crazy, stupid idea to use this song as what is the word that we have in English for? It's like this end of night song. You know, when the lights come on and they want everybody to leave. It's like you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So I think that would be interesting for people to use this song to empty their clubs. This is a goth party. We're used to sad vibing. All right, I like it. Don't worry. In a few minutes, we'll get some party music going and dry our tears, put on our happy faces. Right? I would put on my happy face, but Mara's sleeping on it. You see? My dad literally thinks you have to be more famous. Well, you know what, Elodia? I agree with your dad. No, I'm just kidding. I've said it before. I don't think I want to be like famous. That would be awful. I can't imagine not being able to like go out into the real world and like, go shopping and stuff like that. It seems incredibly lonely and difficult. As I've said, my goal in life is to have like, why is the name not coming into my brain? The only name that's falling into my brain is Tom Waits, and Tom Waits actually is not a bad example either, because yes, Nick Cave, says the voice from the other room. But Tom Waits is also not a bad reference, because Tom Waits is like well known enough to where he can just be a weird artist for a living, and he's got people that care deeply about what it is that he does, but he has the freedom to basically live his life and make weird shit that people appreciate, and he also gets to act. I would love to do acting, voice acting in particular, but yeah, I would love to get to just have a couple of small roles in a few films, just because why not? I'm a lead singer. I suffer from lead singer syndrome, which is I want to be lavished with attention, but not too much, okay? Not too much. As I've said, aesthetic perfection is dad rock confirmed. Oh, shit. All right. Time for me to make that weird experimental noise album I've been dreaming of. That'll clear me of the dad rock title. This time, Horst Wurst, this time a small drop, but check Patreon. All right, I will check Patreon as soon as we're done here. I don't even think I'm logged in on this computer, but I will check it. Thank you, Horst. That's very kind of you. Vielen Dank. Das ist sehr nett von dir. Are there still plans to release all of this as a limited CD at the end of the year? Yes, absolutely. It was the deal that I made with, my Patreon supporters, that if we reached, I believe it's 650. If we reach 650 Patreon supporters by the end of the year, and we're like, yeah. Anyways, if we reached 650 Patreon supporters, that I would collect all of these singles and release them as a limited edition album at the end of the year. Given how sort of the pandemic has accelerated the decline of physical media sales. Oh my God. You're so cute. You're like the cutest thing in the whole world. I think what I'm actually going to do is print a super duper limited run of them. So I think I will actually print the exact amount of Patreon supporters there are. So for example, let's say at the end of this year, on December 31st, we've got 681 Patreon supporters. I will make 681 CDs available, basically saying that all Patreon supporters have a shot at getting, or all Patreon supporters can get one. They all have the what's the word, like the right to it or something like that. And if they say, nah, I don't want it, it's not for me, then I will open it up to the public. So that's the way that we're going to do it. Obviously you can't print, 681, but I would print, let's say 700, and then keep back a couple of extra copies for myself, family, friends, bandmates, like that type of thing. So, that's the plan. It will be released. I don't know exactly when, but I will certainly begin work on it as soon as the December song is uploaded to my distributor. What type of voice acting would you want to do? Narrative, animation, characters? I would really like to do animated movies or series. I feel like, I don't know, I've just kind of got a bit of a boisterous voice and character, and I can do a whole lot of different things with my voice. So I feel like that would be really sort of served by animation. Obviously, like you could do more serious roles, but it's like I'm not like an actor. I think if I wanted to try and do like serious roles, like try and be a real actor, that would be something I just wouldn't have the time or mental bandwidth for. Because, you know, if you want to be somebody like Daniel Day-Lewis, right, like that is like another level of acting, and I wouldn't want to do anything like that. But I'd certainly want to do some animated series or films, something like that, or a musical. You know, do some singing. Since I love singing so much, I think a musical would be a lot of fun. I would actually love to do Broadway too, because then I could get a Tony Award. What is All Out War? Ooh. All Out War. So I have like a whole bunch of different projects in mind at all times. All Out War is sort of like the next like legitimate aesthetic perfection project that I would like to do. If you are a Patreon supporter and you search for All Out War in Patreon, you can see that it was part of a project that I was doing just before we started the 12 Songs in 12 Months project. You can get a little bit of the backstory on that. I did successfully finish 2/3 of the original sort of incarnation of what All Out War was, but I just didn't feel like it was up to snuff. It just wasn't good enough for, you know, my own personal expectations, but I really like the concept, and I think that I'm going to continue it just in a more refined way. Now, whether or not I have the time for it, we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, so like I said, if you want to know like what the sort of seed of All Out War is, check out Patreon. Would you accept an offer to make music or sound for a video game like other bands? It depends on how much money was being offered. I gotta say, I'm not interested in that. The thing with doing soundtracks for video games and movies is that you are serving somebody else's vision. And while I understand that can be freeing in some ways, like, you know, when I'm doing a remix or I'm producing for another band, it's like you're there to serve another artist's sort of creative mind. And while that can be fun, and while that can be, you can sort of like take the shackles, like your own self, it can free you of your own self-imposed shackles. Because a lot of times an artist will get it in their head like, I can't do this because that's not part of my brand. I mean, obviously that's not something I do because I don't care. I just do whatever I want. But still, I do feel like I have these restrictions in a subconscious sense. And I noticed that when I was producing for other artists, how nice it was. But the thing is, producing for another artist, you know, like making a song here or there, that is one thing. But trying to sort of create something on the scale of a movie score, soundtrack, or video game score, soundtrack, something like that, it's just monumental. And when I think about all the time that it would take to do that and do it right, I just feel anxiety. I don't feel any kind of like excitement. It's not something that I would find artistically fulfilling either. I think that's why it wouldn't feel like I was doing anything that I'm inspired to do. I would just be chasing the money. But, you know, every man has his price, or woman. Hello from Belarus. Hello back to Belarus. Hoping that we can return to Minsk one of these days. That was a great show. I kind of wish Ghosts May Fall would happen, but too late. Yeah, no, that ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. I will probably release those songs at some point. I mean, as we know, we've already gotten Party Monster, which was originally a Ghosts May Fall song. Maybe I'll share one of the other ones on Patreon. Drag Me Down was a really good song. Drag Me Down's a really good song. Maybe I'll share that on Patreon. Any other songs you would like to remix? I mean, I like remixing, but I don't really care what it is that I am remixing. I actually prefer to not like the song. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I can only remix a band if I like the original song." I really prefer not liking it. I love hearing a song and thinking that it sucks and going like, how can I turn this into something that I would find interesting? So just give me all the songs that I don't like and I will try and make them good. Do you know Brian Welch from Korn? I love this guy. I actually am a huge fan of Korn, but I do not know Brian or any of the members for that matter, unfortunately. I would love to work with them. I think you asked that previously, but then I forgot to answer it. Yes, I'm a massive Korn fan, like been a fan since their debut album back in 1994. I think Korn was actually the first concert I ever went to. I saw Korn and Limp Bizkit, and it's funny. I keep meaning to tell Wes this story when I'm on the Space Zebra podcast. Or the Space Zebra Twitch stream. Maybe you guys should remind me next time I'm on there. But I should tell Wes this story. But yeah, I saw Limp Bizkit opening for Korn in 1994 in San Bernardino, and after their gig, they threw a bunch of cassette tapes in the crowd. So this is like super, dating me, right? Like they threw demo tapes in the crowd because they didn't have like a record deal yet. That's like how old or how far back this goes. And I remember being at like a diner or a burger joint. No, it's Carl's Jr., so it was like a burger joint afterwards. And there were these guys that I didn't know. They were sitting at the booth next to me and my friends. And they were like, yo, I got a Limp Bizkit demo tape. This is so cool. Wow, they were like awesome. And I remember turning around just like so smugly being like, oh man, those guys suck so bad. They're never going to go anywhere. And then like a year later, Faith came out and Limp Bizkit was like the biggest band in the whole world. And I just remember like totally figuratively eating my hat. And I keep meaning to tell Wes the story that like, seeing Limp Bizkit was the first concert that I had ever attended, and that I hated Limp Bizkit so much, and I told people that they sucked and they would never go anywhere, and then I had to eat my words. And of course, like now I'm a huge Limp Bizkit fan. Limp Bizkit is like amazing, but it was just so funny, 14-year-old Manson guy can't appreciate Limp Bizkit. It was good. Take on the impossible task of making a Justin Bieber song sound good. I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan, right? Like, I am a straight up belieber. So I wouldn't know how to remix any Justin Bieber songs because they are all awesome. I mean, everything after he went through puberty. Like, all of his, like, really kiddie stuff. Like, Girlfriend is like, baby, it's so high. Baby, oh, scared the cat. Has Borland heard this story? Like I said, I keep meaning to tell Wes every time I'm on the Space Zebra Twitch stream, but it just never comes up and I forget. So one of these days I gotta tell Wes this story. What is your favorite Manson song? Can I answer the question without adding the caveat that, like, I believe Evan Rachel Wood and I think Manson's a scumbag? Okay, no, I already did. Yeah, that's one of those, like, art is not the artist type things. But, you know, like, so many of those Manson records were created by people that weren't Manson and just, like, advanced his vision, and they were also incredibly good. You know, you think about Trent Reznor, you think about why am I spacing on his name? The guy who he wrote the last couple of albums with. It doesn't matter. Daisy Berkowitz, of course, like all of the early Manson stuff is just all Daisy Berkowitz. It's like crazy how good of a rock guitarist Scott Putesky was. So it's really a shame that he's not around and anymore, because he was just fantastic. Either way, I can't choose a favorite song. I'm pretty much a fan of all of the eras of Manson's music. I would probably say the least favorite albums of mine would be Hollywood, and I actually don't like Golden Age of Grotesque. I don't like him at all, or it just doesn't really do anything for me. But I think probably Mechanical Animals is the most mature and musically accomplished Manson record. Did you ever perform at Das Bunker? Many, many times. Many, many times. Diss Limp Bizkit, he's going to come after you with a chainsaw. Like I said, I've since learned how much I love the biscuit. Oh, I would love to hear your take on Dream On by Aerosmith. I can't imagine you don't like that one. That's true. I'm like all about vocalists, and really all I listen to lately is Skid Row and Aerosmith, just because of how amazing Sebastian Bach and Steven Tyler are. I mean, they're like literally the pinnacle of like rock vocalists, and yeah, they are they're like mysteries to me how good they are. But one day I hope to be as good as Steven Tyler. Do you ever have stage fright? I have the worst stage fright ever. I have nightmares about going on stage. It's terrible. But this is not about me. This is about music. This is about partying. This is about celebrating. So I think it's a good time to watch a music video. Guys, what music video should we watch? Quickly now. I feel like a Bond villain just sitting here like in my suit, like petting my cat. You know what I mean? Yes, Mr. Bond. You must disarm the bomb, or the whole world dies. Except me and Mittens here. I don't know why he talks like that. Good. Uh-huh. Chew all the gum. I'm not chewing gum right now. All right. I'm just going to choose for myself. Let's party.
There is a darkness inflictions stage at war, a inner conflict, the seeds of vitriol. We're taking the candles and crumble and fall. We time for a time to make something at all. It's not a door that the law. Is there no hope? We wanna be free. We're hanging up something I'm feeling free. I'm blood and we're running the streets. Is there no hope? For all our woes, will we outgrow a endless war of gods and gold? Down. There is no justice. There is just rage and greed. To live with conscience is to live on your knees. The sea is the faces of price that you pay. The fact that it's burning inside of the day. We're heading to hell in a blaze. Is there no hope? Taking his digits and dragging him down. Loyally, royally, pay for the crown. Wibbly, dibbly, down. Is there no hope?
I always forget to unmute the mic after the videos. I can't decide if the video is really symbolic or if it's just art. So I went with Team White Hat. I love it. I think it's both. At least for me personally, I try not to overthink the characters. I just allow them. How do I say this? It's like I try not to overthink it. I try to just let the characters, the creations come out of my subconscious, because that's the way that I write music. Like I try not to overthink it too much. And just go with the flow. And when all is said and done is when I try to take a look back and think, oh, hey, maybe what was the potential inspiration for that, right? So, obviously, I have a vague idea of who those characters are and why I'm playing them, but I couldn't sit down and write a thesis about it. You know what I mean? Like, I could just give you like 1 or 2 sentences, which I won't do because I think it's really important that art just remains subjective. Are some of the vocals sped up, or can you really sing so fast? When you speed up audio, you get like, look, it's back. All right. Thank you, cat butt. Yes, I'll make room for you. When you speed up audio, you get what's called artifacts, and it never sounds right. I mean, it gets better these days, but it always sounds wrong. So no, I had to learn how to sing that fast. I think it's a bit cliche that he plays that song every time. It's not even that good of a song. It's okay. I understand. See what you mean. I was trying to come up with something clever and funny, but I didn't have anything. And yeah, I like playing that one. You know why? Because it is still our most successful music video, and I don't have to pay for it. I own it. I don't own all my songs. I get flagged when I play a lot of the wrong videos. Feel me? Here, I'll play something else.
You're giving me a heart attack.
This time, I didn't forget to unmute the mic. All right, let's see. Curious, how many times has Aesthetic Perfection played in Finland so far? I think we have played in Finland 5 times. Have you ever made a song that you hate? Yes, I hate every song I've ever made ever. They are all incredibly cringe and painful. That is the irony of creating, is that you hate everything the second it's done. So a lot of people will say, like, how does it feel to have created this song that I love so much, like Gods and Gold? I mean, that guy who hates Gods and Gold doesn't love it, but you know what I mean. And it's like, terrible. That's the real irony. You just can't enjoy any of it. Man, that shirt looks familiar. Yes. Yes, indeed. Has the song changed from when it was released? No. I don't change anything after release. The only thing that has been changed after release is Blood Spills. When I made the second version in 2015. I feel sorry for Daniel. He can't win. He works so hard to produce music. It's true, but you can't win. The unfortunate reality is that this cat is very cute. Look, there's always going to be people that don't like what you do. And there's always going to be people that feel entitled to crap all over you because why? I don't know. Like, what possesses a person to go into a chat and start saying like bad things about somebody's music? What possesses somebody to go into a comment section and just be terrible? I don't know, because I actually have no idea how to get into that headspace because I'm like way too busy for anything like that. So I don't let it get me down too much. I used to really get upset about those types of things, but I think given the fact that I'm almost 40, like I can't really give too much of a shit about what anybody thinks about me at this point. And also, like, I've been through it so much, you just sort of get desensitized. Ebb and Flow is criminally underrated. I really love how it accurately describes the duality of relationships. I'm glad that some people enjoy it. As many of you know, it was a terrible flop when it came out. I really thought that was going to be like one of my best and most well-known songs. That was like one song I was actually proud of when it was done. And then this was like one of the things I didn't hate, right? And then, of course, it just completely freaking tanked. So that sort of just goes to show you like what it is like doing this, in the sense that the things that you are proud of, nobody cares about. It's just punishing in general. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't even have a high school education, so you know what I mean. Oh my God, I hear the Dow from your Tone Deaf video. Yes, I love my Dow. You look amazing for your age. It's just, I've got Instagram filters on. I actually look like super haggard in real life. Don't see me in real life. You're 40. I'm 38. I'm old. For the July release, can we do a refresher of the first 6 singles during the stream? Yes, of course. Absolutely. That's a good idea. We can revisit them. Is your wife counting 1 through 4 in the siren? No, that was actually a sample from my German audio CD. This is like I was learning German. And I had an audio CD that was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 2 of the super chat from a few days ago. Thank you, Roz. That's very kind of you. Yule Cart. Dropping them rubles again. Thank you. I owe all of you guys a beer next time we're in the same room. All right. So, oh, I see. You're like a wine. You're getting better with age. That's the way I like to think about it. All right. So I did promise that I would drink a Slivovitz. Just a little one, though. Will the remixes be included on the physical album? Yes. I'm going to release every track that I dropped this year. So don't you worry. Nostrovia. We're only as old as we feel. Well, shit, I must be in my 80s. All right. Is it finally done? I've been waiting so long for this. Come on. Ugh. I've been really waiting for ages. Oh, yes. We got it. Guys, we got it. This is what I've been wanting to play in these live streams forever, but I actually couldn't find it because I lost it. I'm so glad it's here. I'm so glad I found it. I was so worried that I lost that song. The video, I mean, I'm like, every time I'm doing one of these parties, I'm like, oh, where's the Love Like Lives video? But it's not in my normal like video folder. So I'm just like, where is it? And it was just randomly on my other computer and some other backup hard drive. And during this whole live stream, I've been trying to upload it to my Dropbox. So there we go. And I see Horst and Elodia are in a battle of the super chat cash drops. Thank you guys. It's very kind of you. Again, I owe you all a beer or a glass of wine next time we see one another in person. I had a fun fact about Love Like Lies. Oh yeah. Now that I'm going back to LA, I plan on getting the Tooth King helmet back and shipping it to myself so that I can like have it up as decoration in my apartment here in Austria, because we've actually not really decorated, like, you know, put art on the walls because we have so much art in LA that we've been meaning to get for the last 2 years, but have not had the opportunity to do so. So, settle. So, this trip back home is partially to get a lot of our decorations for the apartment, so it'll be nice. I'm sure he's sick of hearing about A Violent Emotion, but there's something about the ones to this day, like it's so out there. Haven't ever heard another song that gave me that same feeling. I'm not sick of hearing it. Like, I'm glad that people like that record. I put a lot of time and energy and heart and soul into it, and you know, the fact that it resonated with so many people was super unexpected and super encouraging. You know, I didn't know if I was going to have a career in music before that. It's like Close to Human didn't do that well. Blood Spills, the first time around, that didn't do really well either. So, Jesus, guys, stop throwing money at me. Just go to Patreon. God damn it. Y'all crazy. Yeah, Close to Human didn't do well. Blood Spills didn't do well. It was sort of like, this is my last shot, right? That's what it felt like. And so I think I spent like 2 solid years on that record. And I'm glad people liked it. I'm really glad. You know, The Ones is about reoccurring nightmares that I have about losing my teeth. So I sort of like personified whatever it was that was taking my teeth in the night in my dreams. And I just sort of created The Ones because I really loved the idea of these sort of like faceless creatures that exist, you know, either in your imagination or in some sort of like realm between being asleep and being awake. And you know, we actually had like a big music video planned out for it. And oh my God, guys, you're all nuts. I'm going to owe you like a case of beer or a case of wine. I forgot what I was saying. Something about all the time and effort that I put into the record and what The Ones meant to me. But it was super unexpected that the record blew up the way it did. You know, we put it out. Nobody seemed to really care. Then I went on tour for like 8 weeks. People cared a little bit more. Then I went on tour for 6 weeks in Europe, and then people cared a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, everybody cared. And it was like all the songs were everywhere. And it was great because it meant that I wasn't crazy, right? Like I at least had like ideas that I wanted to share with the world that the world was actually interested in hearing. But, when I look back on it, it's not a very sophisticated record in terms of singing or songwriting. Like all these songs that are like 6 minutes long is like so bad. But that's not really the point, right? The point is that it clicked and it gave me a career. So I'm not sick of talking about it. I'm not sick of hearing it. I'm glad people like it. I'm glad that record is part of my history. It's like former relationships. You learn from them, you grow from them, but you move on. So that's kind of how a Violent Emotion is to me. Considering you have stage fright, what is the largest gig you've ever played? And do you have a preference between larger or smaller crowds? It doesn't matter. I'm terrified no matter what. But those Lindemann shows, we played in front of 12,000 people in Prague. I think there were 16,000 people in St. Petersburg. It's like 5,000 or 6,000 in Kiev. I think there were 8,000 or 10,000 people in Minsk. So those were some really, really big shows. And I was going to throw up before every single one of them, like literally. But I feel equally scared before I go and play to 200 or 300 people. You want to do your best, right? And I think part of my stage fright is connected to the fact that like I didn't really know how to sing before, and so I would always just kind of like go on stage and not really know what I was doing and hope for the best. So I probably have some level of PTSD from that, but it also really motivated me to put in the work to be as good a singer as I possibly can be. So, we'll see how it goes after I'm actually back out on the road again. Because I've been working harder on singing than I ever have before. And I feel much more confident than I ever did. So maybe that'll go away. We'll see. But still, it's like, in general, you can't control everything. And as much as you try, you have to just accept that existence is chaos and whatever happens is going to happen. And that's hard for me because I'm very, controlling. Bye-bye, Tiffany. Have a lovely evening. Don't worry, this will be on archive. But we're going to close things up in about half an hour anyways. Für Horst geht's echt um die Wurst. Ja, es scheint so. Er hat die Spendierhosen an. All right. So we got half an hour left. What movies? What movies do you guys want to watch? What songs do you want to hear? What videos you want to watch? You let me know. Lodia, says you were amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That was a good show. I had fun in St. Petersburg. I really did. I made it. Hey, Chris, glad to have you here. Let's see. What do we want to watch? Did the stuff that I sent you over a year ago get to your Austrian address, or is it in LA? It is in LA. It is absolutely in LA. The guy that runs my my mail order in LA, he goes to my PO box and picks up stuff. So I'm sure I've got like a mountain of stuff to pick up when I get there next week. So I will let you know if I get it. I'm sure I'll get it. Don't worry. Can we watch the Joe Let's Drum video? No, I cannot watch YouTube videos here. I can only watch videos that I have on my computer. All right. They want to hear. I don't have the Never Enough with Sven. Yeah, I don't have any of the drum cams. All right. Let's play something I do have. If I find it. If I ever find it. I'll find it. Don't worry. I'll find it. I can't find it.
Where's the meaning? say that this is the end. Don't feel alive when I'm sober, so I'll drink myself to death. Don't say the party is over. Don't say that this is the end. Don't feel alive when I'm sober, so I'll drink myself to death.
Bet you didn't expect that one. So for this live stream, for this party, I'm trying to actually not play songs that's going to get my video flagged, because I don't own all of my songs. I don't own all of my videos. Even though they're on my channel, they're still technically like not legit, right? So anything pre 2015 is no pre 2016, right? So anything that came before LAX is not under my control. So I'm just trying to see if I can get like through one release party without getting like a copyright strike. I mean, they usually kind of don't give me too much grief about it because they are technically my own songs, but they get flagged every time. And it's like the second the live stream ends too, I get like emails. It's like, you use Big Bad Wolf, you use Never Enough, you use this and you use that, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Yes, come on. You just can't settle. Come on. Come on. Someone just keeps coming in here and just like, come on. He doesn't want to settle. Do you also have a hand-to-face duel with Till Lindemann? I know Till liked such challenges during his tour with Death Stars. What is Till like behind the scenes? All I ever saw of Till was just him being incredibly quiet, down-to-earth, polite. You know, on the first day of the tour, he came up on stage during our sound check, introduced himself, shook all of our hands, asked if he could do anything for us, if we needed anything. And then, you know, like the way he had his stage monitors set out were like kind of quote unquote in the way, right? And he's like, do you want me to move these for you? Do you want me to like get these out of your way? They seem kind of like in your way. And, you know, like I'm used to playing on stages that are the size. Ah! Come on. Don't show them your butt. Stop that. I'm used to playing on stages the size of a Volkswagen Bug, right? So it's not a problem for me. So I told him no. It was very, very kind of him. And yeah, he was just super accommodating and kind, and pretty much like the example of the kind of like person that I would want to be, or that I strive to be with my own support bands. Because, you know, I've been on a lot of tours in my life, and I've been on tours with bands that are not nearly as famous, rich, popular as Till Lindemann and Rammstein and all that kind of stuff. And those guys had like egos that were not even close. Like it's just like their egos were so inflated, and then somebody like Till Lindemann, who's just legit one of the biggest rock stars in the entire world, just doesn't have any of that. And people that are going to be super selfish and like kind of have this go screw yourself type of attitude with their opening bands, that type of thing. And there's none of that with him. And I thought it was really inspiring, really awesome. That's the kind of person that I want to be. Gonna get flagged for cat butt. Mara, this is not an OnlyFans. This is YouTube. And if I want to monetize it, I can't play copyrighted songs or show cat butt. No cat butt, okay? I heard you played with Death of Art like almost a decade ago. I was underage, so I didn't attend. I'm going to be honest. I have that does not ring any bells. But a decade ago was in like the height of my drinking while on tour, when I was just essentially like drunk from the time that I woke up to the time I went to bed. So please forgive me. I don't I don't know what that means. I like Automaton. I like how basic rhythms at the beginning, and by the end, there's these huge guitar riffs and high energy. Yes. I like that people like get the vision sometimes, Sometimes you think you're super clever. You're like, I'm going to create the song that starts super simple and ends like super chaotic. And all of the different parts are going to come back, and it's just going to all coalesce together perfectly. Like most people don't notice that. So most people don't notice that kind of stuff. So it's nice that some people notice that stuff. Thank you very much. How long are you staying in America? The next release party is going to be in LA. No, actually, the next release party is going to be here. I'm going to be there for 3 weeks. So, yeah, I'll be back just in time for a release party. What's funny though is that I'm like super late. I haven't even uploaded the single for July yet. I gotta do it next Friday. Oh my God. Sorry to be late to the party. Did you already play Happy Face? Yes, we did, but we always play the songs again. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll get it again. Well, look, we've got 19 more minutes. We'll play both versions in the last 10 minutes. Have you ever felt really nervous or messed up on stage? I'd be too scared to do stuff like that. Yes, as I've said, I have terrible, terrible stage fright. I have like nightmares about going on stage, like weeks in advance. It's not easy, right? And I've messed up terribly before, and it's just been, every possible permutation of what a mess up could be. So I've had equipment breakdowns that were unfixable. I've been too messed up on drugs or alcohol to perform and completely like ruined great big shows. I think about a festival that I played, I don't know, it was 8 or 9 years ago, where I was like so drunk that I like couldn't even sing. And then, and I was like in front of like 5 or 6,000 people, and I was so drunk and I couldn't sing. And then I was so upset about what I had done to myself. I just did a bunch of cocaine, which like ruined my voice. Right. So, and it ruined my voice for the rest of the tour. And so you just do like these terribly like cliched, I wish I was a rock star kind of like crap, which is so stupid. But yeah, I mean, I've done that stuff, and, I've had power outages and God. I mean, like, everything's happened. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. Hey, we don't bite the mic cable. I will scratch your chin. Give me your chin. Okay, you're bitey. It's bitey. You're killing it every month. Looking forward to every month for another new song. Thank you. We got 6 more. I don't know how we're already halfway through the freaking year. This is bananas, man. Hey, do not bite the cable. Here, take this. It's blepping. You know, I'm supposed to be entertaining people, Mara. I can't be playing with you right now. Oh, you're so cute. God. Okay, here we go. And it's gone. So are those days behind you? What catalyzed the change? I got sick of being a mess, I guess. I think, look, I probably suffer from some form of ADHD. Some people have suggested that I'm on the spectrum or something like that, given a lot of the sort of behavioral patterns that I exhibit, things like that. For me, alcohol has always been like a great way to slow things down because my brain just constantly feels like it's going in a mile a minute, and I can never hold on to an idea. I can never get out of the future or the past, anything like that. Why am I wearing these headphones? I'm not even listening to anything. And it was just always like this great way to sort of bring me into the moment, bring me into the now. But I realized that behavior was literally working against everything that I cared about. So I decided to try to refocus that nervous energy, that inability to rest. I decided to focus it on productive things. So singing, songwriting, production, business, all that kind of stuff. And so you sort of, I mean, I think that the change is quite obvious. Like it started beginning like around 2015. As soon as I decided to leave all my labels, go independent, leave my management, that sort of thing. So that was the beginning. And then it's just, it's just been a long process since then. And it's a never-ending process. It just keeps going, and you never stop learning. But I feel like the proof is in the pudding, in the sense that instead of using all of my time, energy, and money to get fucked up, I use it to build my business. I know people don't like the, I know people don't like the word business when we're talking about art, but you have to treat, the brand, you have to treat the brand around, you have to treat the brand around your art like a cat butt. Are we going to settle ever? You got to treat it like a business, because that's how you make your money. And yeah, I think once I started focusing on things that were constructive, I started seeing the long-term benefits of a more, we don't chew that, the long-term benefits of a more positive and productive lifestyle. So I changed. What about drugs? I only like cocaine. Every other drug is terrible to me, but cocaine is so good. It's so good. I'm so glad I don't do it anymore. All right. As I said, in the last 10 minutes, we will revisit Happy Face. Yeah, I guess our party is ending on sort of like a darker note, but I guess it's fitting given the nature of Happy Face and what it's about and the story I want to tell. I'm incredibly grateful that so many people are giving this song a chance. You know, I recognize that it's very different from anything that I've ever done before, but I also recognize that my experiences mirror the experiences of a lot of other people, and I think that it's my job as an artist to try to put my own experiences into words in a way that they can be useful to other people, because at the end of the day, I'm not special, like, in any way. And everything that I go through, I think most people go through, because we're all human. And I do my best to create with this idea in the back of my mind that whatever it is that I'm doing should be something universal, right? Like it shouldn't matter if you're American or German or Japanese or gay or straight or black or white or anything like that. It's like what religion you are, anything like that. Like when you sort of strip away all of those characteristics, we're all people. And I think people want the same things and go through the same things. And I think when art connects to that very sort of shared human experience, it touches on something special. And that's what I hope to achieve. I don't know if I succeed in doing that. I know there's a lot more people who are better at it than I am, but I do my best. And yeah, I'm just super grateful to be in the position that I'm in, to have people like you guys who care about what it is that I do, to have people like my Patreon supporters who make it possible for me to continue doing this. Like, I wake up every day feeling incredibly grateful for the opportunity to just create art for a living, because I know it's a very sort of privileged position. So I don't take it for granted. And yeah, that's all I got. Look, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming to my little depressing party. If you want to help get Happy Face to the top of the charts in whatever country you're in, please click the link. Support it on iTunes. If not, save it on Spotify. If you've already done that, be sure to follow Aesthetic Perfection on Spotify. That is a huge, huge help to bands like myself, especially indie bands. who don't have any kind of like promotion teams or management or labels or anybody who helps them get the word out. So that is a freaking cat, man. Can you settle? I'm giving my speech. You're ruining my speech. That is one of the best ways that you can help the bands that you love. And yeah. Thank you, guys. We are halfway through the 12 songs in 12 months project. It's kind of unbelievable. Time moved as quickly as it has, but hey, it's a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. So I'm actually going to just play Happy Face, and then we'll say goodbye.
Guess what? I'm fucked, living my life like I know what's up. It's straight up, made up, facade is about to fall. Serotonin, hit me out cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop, I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery.
And so it goes. A happier time all around.
Gone on too long, figure my way till I hit the top. Oh, it's gone all wrong, why don't I stop the fall? Serotonin, hit me out cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop, I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery. So I put on a happy face, tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery. So put on a happy face, I tell the world I'm okay. So I put on a happy face, this sugar is saccharine. So I put on a happy face, I smile a lot through my day. So I put on a happy face, cause no one likes misery. Guess what? I'm fucked, living my life like I know what's up. It's straight up, made up, facade is about to fall. Sun on, too long, figure my way till I hit the top. Oh, it's gone, all wrong, why don't I stop the fall? Serotonin, 'cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop. I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face. I tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face. This sugar is saccharine. I put on a happy face. I'm smiling right through my teeth. I put on a happy face, 'cause no one likes misery. Gone on too long, figure my way till I hit the top. Oh, it's gone all wrong. Why don't I stop the fall? Serotonin, serotonin, hit me on, 'cause I'm feeling nothing. Can't stop till I drop. I know I'm killing myself tonight. So I put on a happy face. I tell the world I'm okay. I put on a happy face. This sugar is saccharine. I put on a happy face. I smile right through my teeth. I put on a happy face, 'cause no one likes misery. Happy face, I'm okay. Happy face is saccharine. Happy face through my teeth. Happy face signs misery. I'm smiling, I'm smiling, I'm smiling, I'm lying, I'm happy face, I'm okay. Happy face is saccharine. Happy face through my teeth. Happy face signs misery.
This time I forgot to unmute the mic. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for your endless support. I'm eternally grateful for it. So glad that you guys taking a chance on the single. I'm so glad that you appreciate it and you relate to it. I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. You know the spiel. It's midnight here. I'm tired. Thank you all so much. Special thanks to all my patrons who make this possible. Yeah. Y'all take care, and before you know it, we'll be doing this again. Because the next song's coming out in just like 4 weeks. It never ends. It never ends, does it? Good night.